Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. What's up, you guys? It's your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for Insecure Season 4, Episode 3, titled Lowkey Thankful. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into this episode review. Alright, you guys, so this episode, it opens up, we see Lawrence. So, Lawrence is at his job, and he has this meeting, I guess, with his partners at the firm that he works at, or wherever he works at. And the little receptionist, she tells him, so that meeting is, been postponed because they had to go to a big meeting. So he's like, so what's going on? Is everything okay? She's like, yeah. I'm looking at her like, probably not for you, Lawrence. So then we do see Lawrence, he's in the car with Chad. And Chad is talking to him about, he's talking to Chad about the company restructuring, and they're going to be laying off of half of the employees. He's like, well, shit, nigga, I already got fired. He was like, I'm one of three people on my team, and I'm the only black person. He says, oh, nigga, you bulletproof. So then, Chad is talking about, hell, you doing better than I have. I ain't sold a house in a month. I'm like, so you haven't sold a house in a month, but you're driving around in this Range Rover. Even Lawrence questioned that, why are you driving around in the Range Rover? He's trying to keep up appearances. I'm like, you keeping up appearances, but again, you broke. You ain't got no, well, I ain't gonna say you broke, but you ain't made a sale yet. So what kind of appearances are you keeping up? But okay, Chad, if that's how you feel, Chad, go on ahead and do it. I don't understand it, but go for it. And I know people who do that kind of shit. Try to keep up appearances that they balling and all that kind of shit. I've never understood that. Post all this stuff on social media and be broke as fuck, borrowing money from people left and right. Never understood it, but it ain't me. It ain't never been something that I've done. So then we see Issa. So Issa's out for lunch, and Lauren shows up as where she is, and then he realizes that I think she's watching one of those looking for series. Cause I think they're looking for another person, and they found this person. So he spoiled it for her. She's like, oh, so we spoiling shit now. So then they just start talking about different movies, like Love Don't Cost a Thing with Nick Cannon and Christina Milian, Set It Off, you know, typical, some black movies. And they just kind of go back and forth doing that. So then Condola walks up and she's like, Jada died. He said, no, Jada's fine. And things become hella awkward between those three. And then, Issa's like, you know what? This is your spot, Condola. I'm just going to kind of, hop up and skedaddle. And then they called her name. She said, yeah, I just got more orders to go. Order for Issa for here? Yeah, I'm just going to go get that. And so she goes outside and she's looking at them. And I'm going to talk about Condola and Lawrence in just a little bit because I want to talk about them. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So Molly and Issa. So I'm guessing this is like Thanksgiving weekend. Cause they're shopping for they're getting stuff to make pies and everything. And also I forgot to mention that when Lawrence was in the car with Chad, he told Chad that he was going to Friendsgiving with Condola. So yeah, Molly and Issa are out shopping. Now Issa is watching on like I guess I don't know if that was like Snapchat or Instagram stories or whatever it was, or Facebook stories. I don't know, but they were watching Kelly. Kelly talking about her aunt was coming. They done missed what 3 flights I think, and so Molly and Issa are talking. They're talking about Molly's family. Molly still has an issue with her daddy because he cheated on her mama. And I'm still stuck on why is she so, I mean, I guess, no, I still don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yes, your daddy cheated on your mama. Your mama was able to forgive and forget. Well, I'm not going to say forget. But your mom was able to forgive and move forward. Why can't you? And whatever. So then, Issa was talking about her family. Now, Issa's mom and dad are not together. So they're going to be spending, the holidays with her mama and her boyfriend. And then, Molly asked Issa, she says, so I'm thinking about inviting Andrew. Do you think I should do it? And Issa tells her, no. Unless you want to pull the old Molly and run him off. And Molly looked at her like, really, bitch? Did you just say that? Yes, Molly, she just said that. So then Issa, started putting her stuff back. She was talking about, with all this shit going on, when she's in the thick of this stuff for the block party with Condola. And Molly asked her, like, why are you acting like, it's all cool? And Issa says, well, it is cool. She says, the funny thing is, I just actually saw them when I went out, give me something to eat. She was like, how was that? She said, it was cool. It was cool. No, it was awkward, is what it was. So then Molly made this slick ass comment talking about, go on with your throuple. Yeah, she's talking about go on with your successful throuple. That's basically what she was saying to her. And me and Issa were both looking at her like, I know damn well you not talking Dro and Candace. Dro and Candace is all I gotta say. And then she said, well, at least I wasn't fucking for free weed and toiletries. Molly, I know you're not judging anybody when you got mad about that whole Dro situation. Like, Molly can miss me with the bullshit because Molly was on one with that one. Like, completely on one. Because that situation with Dro was nowhere near good, perfect, nothing. It was horrible. But go off, Molly. Go off, Molly. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So Condola and Lawrence. So Lawrence goes over to Condola's place, and like I said, it's Friendsgiving for her. And those two, when he came in, it just did not seem like there was any kind of compatibility between those two. It seemed like two homies, linking up with each other. And, he notices that her sink, he asked her about her sink, has it been fixed? She says, the guy came up, he was like, oh, you got a sink. So he left and then come back. So Lawrence was like, well, maybe I can fix it. So then he gets on YouTube and he looks up a video. I'm like, Lawrence, you finna fuck up that sink, buddy. So then we see Molly. Molly is at her family's house and she's watching, Tiffany and Derek on their, I guess, whatever store they're on. And then her mom, she goes in the kitchen where her mom is and they're gonna make pies. And then her brother comes in with his annoying ass baby mama. I'm like, oh God, this girl is so annoying. Ugh. And Molly. There's a lot that I can say about Molly, but I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna save it for right now. I'm going to save it. So then we do see Issa and Amal. So they go over to them. They go over to their mama's house, who's played by Wendy Raquel Robinson, aka Tasha from the game. And they see an ambulance and they're like, Ma. So they start running and they're like, oh, that's just Stanley. Girl, slow down. I'm like, oh, it's just Stanley. So then, they see their mom and they ask, so like, what happened? She said, oh, Stanley just slipped on some loose gravy. So they get in the ambulance and they leave and they tell Issa and Amal to go inside with the twins. Issa and Amal was like, are we going inside with the twins? Fuck no. So then let's move back over to Lawrence at Condola. So he's meeting all of Condola's friends. They all seem a bit bougie and pretentious to me and a little bit stuffy. Because one of her friends mentioned, they asked him what he did and he told them. And then the one friend, she was like, oh, I heard there's some things going on at your company. He's like, yeah, we're going through some changes over there. They're downsizing. Kendall's like, is everything okay? He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, wow. Was that your place to mention that? No, it wasn't. Like, I kind of felt a little weird about that situation. Like, that was kind of awkward, to say the least, that she just felt the need to, just mention that. So then we see Molly. So Molly is teaching her nephew how to, fold the napkins. And I'm like, okay, pretty cool. So then, Molly's mom is asking her, like, so when am I going to get that from you? And then she asks if she dating anybody. And she says, I am. And she says, do you have a picture of him? She says, oh, yeah, I do have a picture of him. So Molly shows her a picture of Andrew. And her mom's like, oh, he's Korean. She's like, oh, God. No, that's okay. I mean, she said, look at your brother's choices. And we see those two girls out there. We see we see his girlfriend, their girlfriends. Especially that annoying one that's pregnant. And then her other brother, he was shocked to see as well. I'm not saying y'all. I mean, well, I guess. But anything is better than Dro. Like anything is better than Dro. At least you ain't bringing that shit in your house. At least you ain't bringing that in your house. So then we see Issa and Amal. So Issa and Amal, they go to a restaurant. I think it was like a Mexican restaurant. So Issa is watching Kelly, and her family is over there arm wrestling. I'm like, oh my god, Kelly, why is your family arm wrestling? So then Amal says, "You ready to eat, Issa?" She's like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "What? It's gonna be an hour wait." I'm like, wow. So then Molly, I mean not Molly, but Issa texts Molly, says, change your plans. So just let me know when the pie is ready, and so she sent the text message. So then we move back over to Condola. So Condola, my girl Robin, from a Black Lady sketch show, she playing this girl named Drunk Nikki, and she's just laughing at everything, and it ain't even funny. So then, two of Condola's friends are having a wedding, and they say that they're not really at that planning stages they're not far in the planning stages yet because they haven't found a venue yet. And Condola's like, well, why don't y'all look at some of the art districts? Like, y'all can transform that into whatever y'all want to. And then the one friend is like, Condola, are you trying to plan our wedding? And Condola says, oh, no, 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 no. I am not planning another wedding. I don't want to walk down the aisle. I don't want to sit near the aisle. Like, you can sit me in the rafters. So then, Lawrence cracks a joke about the fact that he misses he misses, he doesn't want to ever do an S curl again because, he burnt the shit out of his head. And Drunk Nikki just found that hilariously funny. So him and Drunk Nikki went into the kitchen to get some more alcohol, and then Drunk Nikki lets it slip that Condola is divorced, and she's just happy that she kind of getting doing her rebound thing, and I'm like, oh, spaghettios, that's not gonna be good. That ain't good. Let's move on. All right, so let's go back to Issa and the mall. So they're at the Mexican restaurant, and they're just talking about their fucked up Thanksgiving dinners. The ones they had one Thanksgiving where their dad threw the turkey in the pool, and Amal was like, "You didn't throw the turkey in the pool." He's like, "That nigga threw the turkey in the pool." So then, they talk about one thing. He was like, "Well, you've been always been free to be yourself. Like with me, my roommate, I brought my roommate with me, and they were like, she was like, oh yeah." And then that prayer, whatever, doing things that pair well together. I'm like, oh wow, they did that. And he was like, yeah, and then, that one of the aunts, he said, and then our aunt, she had a whole married man at the table with her, but nobody said nothing about that. So then they started talking about Lawrence and Condola. And, he was like, how was that? She said, I got my shit and I got my shit to go. And she left. And he says, well, does that bother you? She says, it does bother me just a little bit. And I can understand Issa at this point why it does bother her. I can completely understand Issa at this point. Because when she was with Lawrence, she was doing everything. She was the one that was working. Lawrence was sitting on the couch. Now that he's with Condola, he has a job. He's taking Condola out on dates. He's buying stuff for Condola, stuff that he never did for Issa. So I definitely understand that Condola is reaping the benefits of what Issa suffered without. So I understand Issa at that point. Like damn, we were together for 5 years. You know, he never took me out on a date. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm pretty sure if they did go out on a date, Issa paid for everything. So yeah, I understand Issa. So then we see Molly. So Molly and her family are about to play not video games, but I guess like Scrabble or something like that. And her brother puts her on her dad's side, and she's like, you know what? This year, I think I'm just gonna sit out and I'm gonna take score. Her nephew was like, I thought I was taking score, and then his mom was like, nah, Auntie Molly is just playing with you. So then her and her brother go in the kitchen, and he's talking to her, and he's like, how long is this shit gonna last, Molly? Like, Mama was able to forgive him. Why is it that you can't forgive him? Like, what's the big deal? And that's what I'm thinking. Again, your mother was able to forgive him for cheating on her. Why are you holding on to it, Molly? Why? It makes no sense to me. Like, move on, Molly. That is your dad. He made a mistake, and it's all right. Like, let it be. Let it be. So then, let's move back over to Condola and Lawrence. So, Condola is telling Lawrence that she believes that her friends actually really like him. And he says, well, thank you for inviting me over. And Condola's like, well, actually, I didn't know. I really didn't invite you over. You kind of invited yourself over. So then he says that, was Drunk Nikki right about you and me being just fuck buddy? She's like, what? Why would you feel that? And she says, no, it's not that at all. I'm like, is it, Condola? Or is it just a rebound relationship? Like, it's something, Condola. Tell us what it is. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, it's definitely something, Condola. I don't know what it is. But yep, either he's just a fuck buddy or he's a rebound guy. And she says if anybody needs to be worried about a relationship, it should be me because you and Issa are having friendly conversation. Y'all are joking about having inside jokes about movies. I'm like, I knew that was coming. I knew that was eventually going to come, where she was going to be jealous of Issa and Lawrence having. And then she talks about the fact that Issa and Lawrence have the same friends. I mean, that's not something that they could control. The fact that they were together for 5 years. So, of course, they're probably going to have some of the same friends. But whatever, girl. Go off. Go off. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. And then to close the episode out, so Issa drops them all off at home. And she says that she's gonna go and talk to get the pie from Molly, and they gotta have a talk. It's like, is everything okay with you and Molly? She says, oh, this is just something that friends go. We're just going through one of those friendship spats. I'm like, I don't know if you and Molly are necessarily going through a spat, as more so that y'all's relationship is just deteriorating. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But so then she texts Molly and she says, can I come over some other time? And then Molly sees a text message, and Molly actually, I have to say, Molly actually looked like she was hurt by that. Molly actually looked hurt. Now, what I will say about Issa and Molly, the first episode, Molly was, when she was talking about this Condola situation, I think that's what set things off, was this whole Condola situation. If Molly had kept her opinions to herself, I think things would not have gotten to the point that they are now. That's my thought process. I don't know. But that's what I feel. I feel like if Molly had to just shut her fucking mouth, maybe things wouldn't be where they are. But then also Issa has. But I don't. When it comes to Issa and talking about this whole Andrew situation, I don't think that she's coming from a bad place. I think she's coming from a place of, she knows how Molly is. Molly will fuck things up when she doesn't feel like things are going the way that she wants it to go. So I think that's Issa has been trying to protect her from herself, and Molly doesn't see that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So then we close out the episode with Lawrence. So Lawrence is watching Finding LaToya. I'm so sick of them cops. Oh my god. So the cops are not looking for LaToya. These motherfuckers are looking for a fucking Toyota Corolla. I'm like, oh my god. And the reporter's like, it's not a Toyota Corolla we're looking for an African American woman. And they say, conference is over. I'm like, oh my god. So then Lawrence, he goes back to like Snapchat, Instagram, or whatever he was on. And he's looking at everybody's stories. And he sees Kelly's. Kelly has, goddamn Trina at her place. I'm like, why? You know what? They mix well with each other. Tiffany and Derek. Tiffany's on the couch, sleep. What else? We saw Issa. I think Issa was the last one he saw. And it was her and Amal out. And, he sent her the little crying emoji. When you cry and laughing emoji, he sent that one to her. And then Issa started typing, and that is basically where the episode ended. So, do you guys think that Issa and Lawrence are finding their way back to one another? Let's discuss it in the comment section below. But you guys, that was the Insecure review, so be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I will catch you guys later.